CFR Network, CFR Sports. Welcome back. Good day, good night, all. Wassalam, Niha, Ola, all of the universal greetings. I have a very special guest with me today in the lab. I have the general, former one championship Muay Thai champion, Jonathan Hagerty in. How are we doing, sir?
How you doing, mate? You all good? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Weather's lovely. Can't complain.
Definitely. England has been well overdue for a nice, proper heat spell. It's
100%.
yeah, it's trustfully everyone has made the most of it. And I know some people don't necessarily like the sun and the heat, but you
Yeah,
just gotta embrace it. Open up the windows, keep
that's it.
hydrated.
That's the main thing. I've been training all day today, so I didn't really get much of the sun. But
Mhm.
that's all right. Don't worry about it.
Honing the craft, man. Don't even worry. Don't even worry.
Exactly.
So, you are an enigma, I would say. And just to reiterate, a pioneer,
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
history maker. I mean, I've been watching one now for, let's see, maybe 4 years, 3 to 4 years.
Really.
And I've just seen the tremendous growth. What got me was just the cleanness of it. Didn't really
Yeah.
understand, know all the fighters and stuff, but over through time, I started to see the fighters. Then I'm seeing a lot more international fighters. Then I'm seeing yourself and if one or two of the Brits, and I'm thinking, well, we know
This is
what can
good stuff.
happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
definite,
of course.
definite. On the big stage, world stage, you were able to, go up there with the
Perform.
best and exactly perform at a very, very high level. And them tomahawk elbows, sir, are ridiculous, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
So let's start. Let's start. It's been a tumultuous period, 2020, 2021, with as I dub the zombie apocalypse. How have you maintained? I mean, like, how has that affected you personally, professionally? Like, how was that experience?
Firstly, the first lockdown, I wouldn't say struggled, but I'd say it was kind of hard, just getting my head around it. I think everybody was just getting their head around the first lockdown.
Mhm.
And then it took for the second one to come. And then I sort of thought to myself, why not use this time to make myself better? So I trained more, was eating healthy. And the only effects it had really was not being able to fight, not being able to fly abroad. But
Yeah.
lucky enough, I managed to get out and fight on one of the one cards like 2-3 months ago. I haven't been able to fly out to fight, so but I'm hoping now everything clears up.
Fingers and toes crossed. Fingers and toes crossed. I mean, they
That's it,
they
exactly.
what was it? The three that won the TNT. They had the three cards, and I think they had one after, and then it's been a little bit sparse in regards to. I think they did one or two replays, but I think we're all
Yeah,
eagerly anticipating the next card.
yeah. I think there was a few American shows that they had on, and I was due to fight on one of them. But obviously, I had to pull out due to COVID, not being able to fly. So it was
Yeah.
a bit of a kick in the teeth. But as long as everyone's healthy and everyone's all good, I'm just looking forward to getting back to work now, man.
Of
It's a long time
course.
coming.
Definitely. I mean, how long has it been since
Yeah,
since the last time you was in the ring?
I think about 3 months now. About 3 months. So I've still been ticking over. So
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I've still been ticking over. So not really. I wouldn't say rusty. I'm clean at the moment. I'm ready to go. But yeah, no, it's just like that all the atmosphere really. I'll get back used to, and the crowd being back. I'm looking
Okay.
forward to it though. I must say.
Definitely. I mean, talk to us about the atmosphere in that. I mean, I'm only viewing it, on the old surfboard and stuff, and
Yeah.
I can feel the intensity and stuff. I mean, how is it for you as an athlete? With so many thousands of
Um,
people as well.
yeah. It's crazy, but sometimes you have to take it as a blessing. So I take it as a blessing. So I've had fights over here before in the UK, and I've been more nervous when there's 1,000 people watching.
Mm.
So when I'm fighting out on one championship, they've got like massive capacity, and it just makes me strive and push harder, mate. I don't really get any nerves walking out. I think it comes natural, as I say, but it's absolutely crazy. As soon as them curtains open, you've got lights, camera, and it's just action, mate, all
Action.
round. It's it's amazing, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for where I am at this moment.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, you're coming off a win, so potentially another
Yeah,
win should potentially work your way back up to that strap conversation. In essence, um,
yeah.
that division is full of elites, but
Killers.
maybe I'm a little biased, but the champion yourself are the top tier, man. There are some excellent fighters in there, but
Yeah, thank you.
it's
I'd
it's
say I would say it's sorry, mate. I'm
no
talking
go
over. I'd say
no
it's
go
the
for it.
hardest division in my opinion.
Mm,
It's the hardest division in my opinion, and to be at the top of it, I'm just overwhelmed with it. So I've been growing up watching these fighters that I'm in the list with now. So to be there with the fighters I've been watching since I was a kid,
yeah.
it's I can't complain really. It's an amazing feeling.
Meeting your idols, which then become rivals, and that
Exactly. That's a good one. I need to use that one. That's a good one.
yeah. Hey, but
That's a good
let's
one.
let's go back. Let's go back. We're in the present currently. How did
Yes.
Jonathan become the general? Like, did you grow into always like in combat sports as a youngster, or like paint that picture?
So at first I used to love football. I was quite not being big. I was quite a talented footballer.
Hmm.
Um, I got scouted for a few teams. My mum used to take me to football like every 3 days, and yeah, I was getting somewhere in football. And one day I got a joint Keddle's gym. One of my dad's mates got me into Keddle's gym, and ever since then, mate, I had to choose whether I could do one or the other. If I wanted to be a professional at one, I had to choose one. So I chose fighting. So I was down at Keddles. Had a few fights, and then I teamed up with Knowlesy Academy.
Knowsley, yes.
Teamed up with big Christian Knowles. Teamed up with him, and then ever since then, man, I just haven't looked back. Really, just haven't looked back. Just always, everything's always been forward. One
Yeah.
door closes and another opens. Really, and then next thing you know, I was the one world champion. So
So
I think it's a
talk.
good path that I chose. I think it's
Yes.
a good path that I chose.
100%, sir. 100%.
Yeah,
So what
yeah,
made you say, okay, well, I'm very skilled and I'm getting touted, football wise or soccer,
yeah.
as the American listeners will say. Um, what made the switch to say, okay, there's a little bit of contact, I'm skilled here, but I want to jump
Yeah,
into full combat kind of thing and actually throw down. What was that decision process like?
I think you know what the main thing was that I think it's because my dad had his own gym when I was young,
Mm,
and then when growing up, I was growing up in the gym, and I was
yeah,
seeing everyone fighting. All my dad's friends. My dad was even training fighting himself. So that was in me
yeah.
automatically. I was going down the gym, and I think that just took over from there really. And then I started competing, and then yeah, like never looked back, mate.
Okay.
I still play a bit of football now with my friends and that, but not at that top level.
Just for
Yeah,
pleasure now, just for pleasure,
yeah,
not.
exactly. Yeah, no. To be fair, I don't mind. I like football.
Mm,
Yeah,
perfect. I mean, and what kind of ages are we talking? Are we talking what, teenage kind of time when you started doing which?
I started Thai boxing when I was at age 7, and age 7, like sort of like light contacts, like not
Yeah.
something any serious, just
Hmm.
like just training, really enjoying it, a bit of fun. But then I was good at football at around 11, 12, 11, 12, and
Yeah.
then I had to choose. I chose Thai boxing, and that's it, mate. We just escalated from there.
Discipline wise and building character, do you find that the kickboxing gave you more than potentially the discipline and character building on the football?
1,000,000%. I think with the fighting, like I know what I'm capable with now. So discipline, I can easily walk away from situations because I
Mhm.
know myself what sort of not sort of damage I can do, but what I'm capable of.
Yes.
So I can easily walk away from situations that some people can't and feel like they need to prove themselves. I'm not like one of them people. I can walk away and tell myself I'm happy I walked away.
You
And
have you have your ego in check clearly.
yeah, of course, 100%. You have to in this sport, You have to be professional.
Mhm. And that and
Yeah,
that that keyword that you've just highlighted and mentioned, professionalism, honor,
yep,
respect,
yeah,
some of the main sort of mantras, and sayings
yeah,
which are surrounded the one championship and which separates that promotion from the rest. Um, it
million
would
percent.
it would be very, very interesting. It would be so interesting if we could get like some kind of billionaire oligarch to just throw loads of money and say, look, I want Bellator, I want UFC, I want, and maybe LFA, maybe, and maybe
Yeah,
another, and maybe KSW. I want your top tier fighters, and we're gonna do like a month-long session, and we're gonna crown, proper champions from
pound
each.
for pounds.
Exactly. That's what we
Yeah,
want to see. That's what we want
and
to
I
see.
do see myself at the top of that.
Look, I see many people struggling on if it was just striking, and and let's
Yeah,
take
yeah,
out the elements of you learning submissions, grappling, and all that sort of stuff. If they
yeah.
came over to strictly striking, it's game over. It's game
I,
over.
I, I, I agree with that. I do agree. Yeah,
And I didn't appreciate it as much until I started watching one and seeing
yeah,
the diversity because it's not just your mixed martial arts. You do have your Muay Thai. There is the kickboxing. Grappling's coming soon. So at
yeah,
that point, prior to that, for me, it's always been grappling, jiu-jitsu, and mixed martial arts.
yeah,
Um, the kickboxing element and Muay Thai, I used to see occasionally, a couple fights here or there, but a full event and really understanding what the rule sets are. And so knowing that now and having that sort of exposure has totally opened my mind. Because as I said before, I'm thinking, oh, well, these kickboxers, they're real good and stuff. But
yeah. Nah, serious. Yeah. I
you
think
can,
it's you're on the same page as other people. Like when they was watching the ONE FC, then now they brought in Muay Thai. I think more people are sort of like there's more eyes on the Muay Thai now.
yes,
Correct me if like some people might think I'm wrong, but I think it's just more entertaining. Like just stand up, have a tear up, and
yeah,
yeah, it's just beautiful to watch, mate. It's just entertaining. That's the main word, entertaining.
hundred
And I
percent.
think that is what the crowd mainly wants, entertainment. And you can 100% get entertainment watching one of the Muay Thai fights on one of the cards,
Without a doubt. And
without doubt.
another good thing which is done is the referees. So if you're being
Mm,
too timid, like, come on, we've got 3 minutes. What are you doing? Come
exactly, they
on.
push you. They sort of because like in Thailand, sort of they go through stages. When in Thailand, like you got first 2 rounds, it's sort of touchy. They
Mm,
don't allow that on one. They sort of make you start from the start to go and have it.
yeah.
So which is a good thing. It's a good thing, and
Mm.
it's a really good thing.
Isn't that the slow start? Isn't that around betting, the betting elements?
Yeah, so I'm not really too sure in all about that, but yeah, that is sort of to let no betting. I
Yeah.
mean, it is for the betting sort of,
Yes.
but yeah,
Yes.
I don't see all that. I see myself as soon as I getting them ropes,
Yeah.
like it's just literally it's
Yeah.
go time. I don't, you know what I mean?
Look, Jonathan, you're not getting paid by the hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's put on a performance. Let's trustfully get this guy out of here. Let's heal up and on to the next thing. I mean, we definitely want to entertain the crowd and stuff and make it exciting as possible. But
100%.
realistically, as a prize fighter, as an athlete, you don't want to go to decisions. You want
Yeah,
it to be decisive.
yeah, you don't. But sometimes when you're fighting and you can't get that knockout,
Mm,
sometimes you have to sit back and think, maybe we might have to go to a points decision now.
Yes. And that's where your corner comes in. That's where your ring generalship comes in. Yeah,
Just to let you know, what's going on there, because they can see everything on the outside. Do you know what I mean? They can see everything. So yeah, you have to put 100% trust in your corner team because they can see it all.
Read it, see the new openings that may have not been caught on tape, etc.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually picking that up, I mean, in normal times when we've got a full crowd and they're going for it and we got 20,000 people in there, how easy is it to actually pick up on like the instructions from the corner?
So it is kind of difficult when there's loads of people there. It is kind of difficult. But my last fight against Taiki Nato, there wasn't a crowd.
Yes.
And I could hear my coach in my corner. Like, I was literally fighting and having a conversation while I was fighting.
Wow.
Like, he was screaming instructions and I was going to him, yep. Like, literally, this is what I'm going to do. But yeah, sometimes you have to zone in, or sometimes you have to wait until the bell goes and then you listen to instructions.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, mate. Bear with me 1 second. I just
No
got to let me dog out because he's starting to start crying.
No problem. So you are clearly a dog lover. So what dog have you got then, sir?
I got 2 dogs. I've got one blue staff and I've got one XL bully. He's like a horse. I'm sure he's a horse.
Very loyal, very family-oriented dogs.
Yeah.
So how has it been for them in the heat in the British?
Yeah, they're sort of they're struggling. I got one. My the staff is kind of old now, and he's getting on a little bit. So I think the heat's getting to him a bit much. But my the new one that we got, the XL bully, he's brand new, mate. He's up and down the ass 24/7.
He's having it
up and down. Yeah. But they're lovely. They're lovely dogs.
Excellent. So future plans for yourself, sir. Future plans. What is on the horizons? What's the goals? What's the aspirations? And if you can, maybe even give us a timeline.
Okay, so future plans, like really and truly, I want to get my my 1FC belt back, the 1 championship belt, the Muay Thai. I did plan to go and get the kickboxing one as well at the same time, but I think that'd be a long way away. But get my Muay Thai belt, and then I want to have a debut in MMA next year.
Okay.
Next year, I have a debut MMA, and just see where it takes me. Really, see where it takes me. But I do really want to do MMA. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really interesting. That does sound very interesting. And obviously, DJ has been flirting with the idea of doing kickboxing or Muay Thai.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, I take it you're clearly working on grappling and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that currently.
Yeah. So currently, I'm just just doing the basics. Nothing too major because there's no fights coming up. I don't want to injure myself because you can get really injured you doing all that. So just doing the basics, mate. That's it. That's about it. It's the basics. Until it's time to turn it on.
All right. That sounds very interesting. That does that, and there's a lot of opponents. There's a plethora of opponents for you in. In one, yeah. So we could obviously Muay Thai is the daddy of them all, but you've got the kickboxing option, and you definitely want to test the waters in 2022 in MMA.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that.
I'm coming.
Yes, they're gonna be afraid. They're gonna be frightened. They're gonna be scared.
I'm
gonna take this guy. You know what the rule's gonna be now. So on your debut, I'm sure your opponent will be shooting singles, doubles.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing I'll be working on is literally take down defenses. So I think that's mainly sort of the training I'll be doing.
Definitely. And also, most importantly, is dictating the fight on your terms and not necessarily thinking about shit. Am I going to get taken down? Forget that.
Of course.
I'm gonna go out
Yeah,
and
nah.
put in the work.
My time.
This is
Yeah,
it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Much success with that. I'm very,
I
very
agree.
much looking forward to that scenario
Thank
unfolding.
you.
Love life
Thank you
wise,
very much.
are we do we have a significant other?
Yeah, we do. Very settled down at the moment. Happy. I
Excellent.
think it's better, you know, when you got a missus, like it's sort of homely and sort of like settles you down a little bit,
Yeah.
brings you down a peg, you know, and makes you want to concentrate more. So yeah, it's all good at the moment, mate. Thank you for asking.
Focus. She provides that focus for you, that
Focus.
stability.
Laser vision.
Yeah. And how does she feel about you fighting? Obviously, you know, it's physically taxing on you. Like, does she get worried?
Yeah,
Like,
no, she don't really get worried. She sort of likes it when I'm in fight camp. Like she likes me fighting and staying busy. Sort of. Even the same goes with my mum. My mum loves it as well. Like she's flown out to one championship in Bangkok before to watch me fight. And yeah, it's just I think it's where I've been doing it for years, and my mum's been coming to all my fights as well. She just enjoys it, mate. So I'm thankful that they're all there to support me at it. You know.
Perfect. And I bet your dad must be proud as daisies.
Yeah, I think so, mate. I hope so. I'm sure he's proud. You know.
100%. 100%. So that is this is really a very small microcosm in regards to your one championship career, because you've only had what is it 5 fights? Is it within one?
Yes, I've had 5 fights. Yeah, that was my 5th fight. Yeah, 2 losses, but the 2 losses have only come from Rotterdam.
You're dang the Iron Man.
The tank, yeah.
Yeah, like both fights were fights of the year, both of them.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Tough.
Question: why were you both wearing the same kind of attire, short-wise?
Yeah. So the first fight we had, them sort of my traditional shorts. Like as soon as I was wearing them bows, like literally, like I see like loads of people started wearing them. So I thought, yeah, like it's the trend now.
Yeah.
And then so when I fought him, he had normal shorts, and I think he sort of the second fight went to get in my head. So when I got in the ring and I see him in the ring, he had the same sort of bows. He thought, I think he might have thought it might have been like a sort of a game plan in the head.
Yeah.
But it weren't. But I think the shorts gave him special powers in the second fight. They must have. They must have.
He gave him some kind of additional edge or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think that's right, mate. Don't worry, mate. It's always round 3.
The world game. The world is eagerly anticipating it. Most definitely. Hello? Yep. Are we back?
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
I can hear.
Apologies for the technicals. Yeah, I think the whole world is anticipating and waiting for that 3 other. They could really stack that card with some really big fights. I mean, let's paint the picture of 2023, and being very
cool.
Being very wishful.
You want me to paint it?
No, I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna take a big broad brush, and based upon our conversation,
okay, let's go for it.
I'm saying that you've got your strap back, you've got the Muay Thai strap back, you got the kickboxing strap, and you're going for the MMA strap. You're gonna do a RDR.
Strapped up. Strapped up.
Yep. Strap
yeah, no,
City.
that picture's perfect, mate.
I can see this. That's history. That is, man. That is history. Like, unless someone in the comments or a quote unquote sort of aficionado in this sort of realm can point out somebody else who's done it in 3 different sort of and you've got more than enough talent, skill, heart, determination, and a good team behind you to be able to do it?
Time and time. Yeah, I got a very good team. Believe in my team a lot. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for them.
So, on the mixed martial arts side, on the MMA side,
yeah,
what are you interested in at the moment? Who are your sort of current favorite fighters or interesting fighters?
So in the MMA scene, I like Adesanya. Adesanya. I also like that Sean O'Malley. You know that Sean O'Malley?
Yes, Sugar Sean.
Yeah, I don't mind him. And also, people don't agree with me when I say this, but McGregor as well. I'm a big fan of him. And Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah, I would agree with the.
Just a few really.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of McGregor as well, but not the new McGregor. The new
is that what you call it?
Yeah, it's like all of the stuff in the past that was fun. As soon as we got to the Khabib thing, that press conference was dark. It was just totally dark. And then career-wise, in regards to what he's actually done, like he's won once at lightweight. You know, he made history becoming the featherweight and, you know, lightweight champion, but he's only won once at 155.
Yeah. I think he should have, not being like rude or anything, but he should have, while he was on top, then like retired, because he's lost to quite a few now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
He's lost pretty much outside of the Diaz victory, which he got in the you know, the part 2. He's lost every single fight. Well, no, that's incorrected. He beat Donald Cerrone in a very spectacular fashion.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That was his last win.
The shoulder, wasn't it?
The shoulder. That was it. And everyone was like, "Wow."
Everyone was in the gym going like that.
But the new thing. Let's get into this then, sir. These low calf kicks, which seems to be so devastating.
I knew that was coming.
How, like, break that down for us, Senor?
They're really effective, to be honest, mate. I've been kicked in my calf before, and they are really effective, especially if it keeps the accuracy. Not going to say which fight, but one of my fight camps was one of the game plans. Calf kicks, because in Thai boxing, you need your front leg to balance, sort of like control, and once your front leg goes, mate, I think your head goes as well. So I think they're very effective. Yeah, I'd say so.
More effective than obviously the standard thigh.
Yeah, 100%. Because you know that bit there, that muscle there on the calf, it doesn't really get kicked a lot. It's not conditioned. The thigh's conditioned quite well. Like if you've had fights and been sparring, that's the normal sort of low kick. But with the calf kick, the muscle there, once it gets kicked a few times, it's a bit game over.
So the only way, really, from what you're saying, is to condition.
I got a good way to defend it. Yeah, condition it, but
defense is
still,
key.
Man, I'm feeling mine now, and I'm thinking, I don't want them to get kicked. It must be terrible. It must be horrendous.
Look, I don't train professionally, and I've never had a fight in a professional setting like that. I don't want to be kicked in my leg. Never mind the calf.
Yeah.
Forget that.
I'll make you right, mate. I'll make you right.
It seems like that's the game changer, but clearly, as you've said, and I don't want you to go into any great detail, but there is ways to defend that, right?
Yeah, sort of. I'll just step back into southpaw and counter them once they over kick. Like once they kick and they miss, they're gonna obviously balance. And I'll just obviously switch to southpaw and then come back over.
Okay. And these sweeps, these beautiful sweeps that are synonymous with Muay Thai, like, how do we train that? Is it just literally balance points that we're attacking?
Yeah, of course, you've got to read the body as well of your opponent. But you know what? Sometimes the main thing is watching fights. I grew up watching stadium fights in Thailand. I don't know if you've watched them, but if you
Yeah.
watch the Raja Damnoon in Thailand, their balance and the way that they can off-put their opponent and sweep them is just second to none. So I like to watch sort of Thai boxing fights in the stadium in Thailand. I sort of pick up a few tips from there. That's what I sort of do.
And you clearly know a lot more in these realms. Why can't you sweep in kickboxing? Is it just striking? You can only strike and there's no clinching, right?
Yeah, I think it's just one knee in kickboxing. I'm not really too sure about the sweeping. Yeah, I think once you catch the kick, I don't think you can sweep actually.
You can only strike, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you catch it and just strike, which is kind of it's good. But I
Yeah.
do like to sweep. Just to
Yeah. It's to show, look, I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah, of course, that's it. It's the main thing. Once you put someone on the floor, it's sort of like they sort of get wound up, and you can sort of capitalize on that. Do you know what I mean? Capitalize on them getting wound up and take it to your advantage.
100%, 100%. So for music-wise, what are we keeping on the old Spotify list or the CD player to motivate self?
You know what? I'm not really a music man. I just listen to what's on the radio, but I have nicked my friend's Spotify password, and so whatever he's listening to, I can listen to it. You know what I mean? So I just listen to I just go on last played, and then I listen to it.
I like it. Easy to
Yeah,
please
so
musically.
yeah,
So
just
you
go with
can
the
listen
flow.
to anything, pop,
Anything.
country, rap.
Justin Bieber, Peaches. I'm all for it, mate. I'm all
Yeah,
for
man.
it.
Eclectic. I like it, man. I like it. Hey, what about some of the old stuff? Obviously, I know you're a young guy. So what about some of the old like 80s pop and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, there's a few. I couldn't name them off the top of my head, but
Yeah.
once they come on, I can shake your leg to them. Yeah, I don't mind them. Yeah,
The rhythm takes you and it transports you back in
that's
time.
it. Exactly that, mate. Rhythm.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
How
So
about yourself?
I I mainly three genres, or four, I
Yeah.
guess. Rap,
Yeah.
soul, classical,
Okay.
and
Romantic.
it depends. It depends. I like music with a message. So
Okay.
I don't mind just mindless music on occasion, but I like to
Yeah.
be, I like a story to be told. I like them to
And,
take me somewhere.
and maybe relate if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Sometimes it's even life lessons in some of these songs. Some of these,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, wow, you've gone through that, or
Yeah, yeah.
to get to this point, kind of thing. The triumph, the victory, the loss, all of that, rather than just your bog standard nothing-y track, and you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
really.
yeah.
You
Same
might
old.
move. You might move your shoulders, and okay,
Yeah,
the beat sounds kind of cool, but
yeah.
doesn't feed self. That's the most important thing, I think. I listen to a bit of rock as well, but
Yeah.
old rock, really. I'm I'm
Good
I'm I'm
man.
I'm kind of stuck in a time zone, Jonathan. I'm
Yeah.
kind of I don't generally do stuff past 2010/14. For me, like
Okay.
70s, 80s, and 90s was the era for music. The
Okay.
absolute, the
Vibing.
yeah, man, the vibes was there. You go to a club, there's, you might have a little bit of stuff, but generally everyone's out for a good time. These
Yeah, of
days,
course.
it's a
Of course, of
different
course.
thing.
Yeah, everyone's a bit angry nowadays.
Yeah, man, no one's smiling. Like,
Yeah.
let's have some fun. L-
Of course.
Life,
The main thing.
life is too short, way too short to be.
100%. 100%.
I mean, and another thing which I have to highlight, and I do this every
Yeah.
time the fighters come on, get involved in some kind of sport, whether it be
Yeah.
boxing, whether it be judo, at an early age, get that discipline, get that physical
Yeah.
regime
I
down.
agree. I agree. So in fact, one day I'll have a kid. They'll 100% be doing some sort of sport. 1,000,000%.
Mm.
Just for physicality as well. Do you know what I mean? Like growing up. Yeah, I
Definitely.
think discipline as well. One of the main ones.
Routine, structure,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, of course.
working on your
That's
own,
like
working with others.
when I'm in fight camp, that's what I enjoy most about fight camp. It's basically like a routine.
Mm.
You know, after fight camp's done, like I'm literally training 14 weeks, getting up 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, resting, doing this. I've got loads of things. I've got to cook me food, all this sort of stuff. And once that fight's done, I sort of get lost. You know what I mean? I think I ain't got no one to wake up to. I can wake up when I wanna. So it gets a bit boring after the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's when fights come along again. But this lockdown, I have to stay busy.
As you're signed to one, are you only able to compete within one, or could you fight kickboxing, for instance, for like a UK organization or a European organization?
Yeah, no, I'm contracted to one at the moment. I've never been so happy at a company. So yeah, I think I'm contracted to one. I don't think I would go down that route if I need. You know what I mean?
Mm,
One look after me. So
yeah.
So yeah.
Perfect. And another thing, I've got to sing the praises every time I have anyone from one. The accessibility. We don't have to do the pay-per-view stupid stuff, which is not necessarily a UK model. It's now becoming a UK model, but generally, if we want to watch sports, we turn the television on and that's it. You know.
Yeah.
You can go into before when I first started watching one, it was on the one app.
Yeah.
And then it's YouTube. They've got the clips on there. It's just so accessible to everybody. Versus, how is your experiences trying to watch PFL fights, Jonathan?
You know what? I haven't really watched any of the PFL fights. I've spoke to Anthony Pettis and he's
Yeah.
I've seen a few of his fights. I only really watch it when he's fighting.
Mm.
And yeah, I don't really know how to access it, to be fair. I've only watched, like we said, like the little clips on Instagram.
This is it.
Yeah.
It's terrible to be able to. You basically, I've
Really?
tried. You go onto the website and it says, viewing, and you scroll all the way down to the UK, and you click on this. To me, it doesn't look like a dodgy. It looks like a dodgy website. You click on it, the font's all crazy, and they're saying that you got to pay £9.99 for each fight.
Oh, for each fight, not for the whole thing. Wow.
Well, sorry, no, I stand corrected. I misspoke. For the whole card, for each card, basically.
Okay. I think that's where one do so well. Like they show it for free. And I think that's what sort of brings so much eyes to sort of one championship, the way they bring it free. I think it's a really good idea what they've done there. Instead
100%.
of like being able to buy it. Do you know what I mean?
It spreads the coverage of what you're trying to do, outside of the Asian continent. Like one isn't necessarily a factor unless they then start to get some international fighters. They give access totally free. Now for PFL, who are they're a good organization. They've got some good fighters. They've got some very good fighters that I haven't even heard of.
I've seen.
But what are they doing to expand their coverage outside of North America? Nothing.
I think social media is a big part in like fighting game. Do you know what I mean? I think they should go social media wise. Like see with one, the way they social media, their social media is, it's just massive. Like, and it just brings more attention to sort of the one itself. Do you know what I mean? I think nowadays, the social media, like I said, has just helped the fighting game a lot. If I was to be quite honest.
Yeah, definitely. And given the opportunity to, reach out to your favorite fighter, contact and see the organizations and the good thing with one as well, it's not just the fights that you're putting up. It's these little funny memes of people doing all kind of
I think that's amazing what they do. It's actually quite good what they do.
It humanizes.
I think it brings a lot of following. I think they're very clever at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it humanizes the fighters because, for some of the casuals, I would say, in essence, you're just a piece of meat there for their entertainment.
And they show that they're not just a piece of meat. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And this is another reason why I so much enjoy and have these conversations, so we can show the
Yeah,
full round human experience of a prize fighter, of an athlete,
100%.
goals, dreams,
Not only
aspirations.
their fighting, but their background and what they do, what they get
Yes,
up to for fun. Do you know what I mean? That's what they
this
sort
is
of
it.
bring to the table,
Mm.
which is good. Yeah, I agree with you.
So trustfully, the listeners will be and I always, again, I'm one of the biggest one championship promoters, I think, in the UK.
Yeah,
I am forever telling people when I'll do like a UFC breakdown or something, or a recap,
yeah,
and I'll say, good events and stuff, but when one's on, give it a try. All you need to
yeah,
do is
hundred
go onto
percent.
YouTube, just type it in and just have a look.
It's
Just
free. Yeah,
totally free. We don't need to do pay-per-view stuff. We don't need to do
yeah.
ESPN. There's none of that. Check it out, and
Watch
trustfully,
them. You know what you got to do. You got to tell them to watch a Muay Thai fight, and then they might get
yes,
hooked on it.
good idea. Good
Good idea.
idea. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I mean, I guess they won't fully, unless they've got the knowledge, they won't fully understand what's going on, I guess,
Yeah,
in regards to um, some of the rules. But entertainment wise,
they love it.
I don't think I've seen anything in a Muay Thai fight where I've been like, this is a little bit boring. Even when it's
It's just literally back and forth, right?
back and forth, back and forth. It's about who can get off the most damaged and not get the most damage, in essence. It's
Correct. You hit me, I'm hitting you harder. That's what it is.
yes.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it. It's good. It's good. So it makes it fun.
Yes, exactly, for the athletes and for the connoisseurs who are purveying your skilled displays of athleticism. It's
That's it.
I have to tip my hat to everybody who is prepared to put in this physical grueling work regime.
Yeah.
The weight cutting, well, with one, it's more the hydration kind of thing, so it's not as extreme from what I can hear as other organizations. And then to go out in essence in a pair of shorts,
Barefoot.
barefoot, yeah, naked to the world. Physically, you're pretty
Yeah.
much naked apart from your bottom half, to go
Yeah.
out and
Yeah. Yeah.
perform. Like, who else? Like, there's not many people, and you've got all these keyboard warriors saying all this stupid stuff, oh, blah, 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 but they can't do it. They haven't got
No,
the.
we don't. Well, I don't worry about them, mate. Honestly, as long as I know what I get in there and do what I have to do, and I know they wish they was in my position, so I can't complain. I don't. I don't really worry about them keyboard warriors. Just good luck to them, really.
Definitely,
Keep,
definitely.
keep doing it.
Yep, definitely. More eyes
Keep
on,
doing
more eyes on us.
it. 100%. 100%.
Last two
Yeah.
questions as oh, go on, sorry.
Yeah, no, what I was gonna say is like not even that. Like the main part of fighting is like you said, the leading up to the fight, the
Mm,
training. It's
mm,
just 14 weeks of hard work.
yes.
That's sort of like the hard work nobody sees.
Weight cutting, I ask this to every athlete. Now, I know you're in an organization which does it differently, but
Yeah.
what do you think about weight cutting? Do you think that we should be fighters should be fighting more towards their own natural weight versus cutting 20, 30 pounds to have an advantage within that weight class kind of thing?
100%. I've done it both ways now, and I'm fighting over here. I've been in the sauna. I've killed myself to make weight, and I've done it over at one, healthy, hydrated,
Mm,
feeling the best I've ever felt. I've
mm,
even fought the best I've ever fought. So it must just say something. It says something to me.
yeah.
It says that's the best way to do it, and
Mhm.
I think that is the best way to do it. Stay hydrated and not kill yourself. Because if you think about it, it's dangerous. You're
It
taking all the
is.
fluid out of your body, out of the
Yeah.
brain,
Brain.
everything, and
Mm.
you're getting in there to fight. You're getting in to get hit in the head. So
Well,
sometimes you have to think about your health.
I would 100% agree. And as you said, I mean, this is a violent sport. You're not playing like patty cake.
Yeah, 100% not.
You're going to try and take someone out, for
Yeah,
a
that's
period of
it's the
time.
illness of it. Yeah, yeah. At that precise moment, you're looking to really hurt someone. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? At that time,
Hmm.
because you do that is what you get in there for. But at the end of it, you're all like make your friends now. Like even to this day, I still speak to Ross
Yeah.
on messages and that.
Now,
Yeah,
on a note, when I used to watch, especially within one, because it's not necessarily done as much in North American sort of promotions. I mean, you might get a little handshake or whatever, but
Yeah.
they'll get on their knees and then, that
Yeah.
it's like, what? For me, when I first started seeing that, I couldn't get it through my head. I'm like, I know it's a competition, like, and you don't necessarily wish like death on your opponent, but after
Yeah.
they've bloodied my nose and broken my orbital, etc., I'm gonna hug you and say thank you for the fight, kind of thing. Like, I just couldn't get it in my head, but I do
You
get
know
it now.
what? Do you know why they do that? To be fair, because I've done it firsthand. Like after you've had an absolute tear up, war, blood everywhere, you just think, oh, I'm just happy it's over now. This fight's over. Do you know what I mean? You just saying, come here, mate, good fight, and respect to you. Do you know what I mean? At the end of it, you're just thinking, I'm just happy it's over now because we just nearly killed each other.
Yes, blood, guts, and all.
Respect. Yeah, so just respect to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless something happens before the fight and it's very personal, then yeah, which I've never had firsthand, but it's always been respect my behalf when I'm fighting.
Well, prize fighting. Like what we here? What else are we here to do except for to excel, to prove that we're the best, and to get paid?
Exactly that, man. That's what we're here to do. Be the best and get paid.
Everything else is noise. Like all of this disrespectful stuff, all the your wife's in my DMs.
Yeah. That's just another side. That's McGregor, isn't it? There's no changing it.
It's come on. Like
I wonder if she was. I just wonder if she was in his DMs.
Well, the explanation is, and someone can correct me, is she was trying to reach out to him relating to the donation to the charity.
She was definitely trying it, mate. She was definitely trying it.
Red panty night and all.
yeah, she was wanting it. Dustin, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, mate.
Well, look, I do have to say congratulations to Mr. McGregor for being the Forbes richest athlete.
Yeah, amazing.
Like, outside of the negative, pardon self, and let's concentrate on the positive. From someone to be on job seekers allowance,
yeah,
like now to be a double champ in Cage Warriors, never defended it, unfortunately. Double champ in the UFC, never defended it, unfortunately, but made history. Cage Warriors made history in the UFC and has become very, very successful with his suit line, with the Proper 12 thing, which he sold and got a shed load of money for. That is a kind of a blueprint, and I think people are taking it
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Not only is it not, you know what made it even sweeter? Like he even described it as he was growing up, like what he wanted to do and what he was going to do, and then he went and done it. You know, that just makes it a bit more sweeter than what it is. So yeah, big hats off to him, man.
As a man thinketh, so it shall be. Everything starts with the mind, doesn't it?
1,000,000%.
Before you throw that punch, before you do that burpee or whatever, you've got to think about doing it, and then the electrical impulses go to the muscles that correlate, and then it happens. So if we can just think and be more in tune with self, and actually say, look, this is my intentions, this is where I want to go, and not just think about it, because it's faith without works is death. So we can have faith, but without, and we can have a desire for something and a goal. You gotta work. You gotta physically put some flipping work in.
You gotta have that work, really. You know, you can't just sit there and wait for it to come. You need to work for that. You know what you want, now go and get it. Basically, you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, that's it mainly.
Yeah,
I know what I want.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. Very last two questions for you. Oh, yeah. Look, if you can finish him, man, if that is gonna be epic.
Just wait on me, number 3. We'll see.
Yes, and that rhymes, man.
Wait that rhymes. Yeah, hey, that's it. See what I'm saying?
The general's a poet, and he don't even know it.
Good man.
Hey,
I might need to write that one down actually.
yeah,
Wait
man.
there.
I've given you two now. I've given you two.
Yeah. Um, yeah, man. I'm gonna start using them ones.
Definite, man. The moniker, the new moniker. So
That's it.
last two questions for you, sir. Last two questions. Number one,
Yes, bro.
have you had fun today?
Yeah, man. What in general, or with speaking
With
with the guy with
myself.
no camera on?
Yeah, that's it. The
Where you at?
anonymous.
Where you at, man? Where you?
I'm in Brum, man. I'm in Brum. I've got to stay. Look, it's all about you, man. It's all about you, Jonathan.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
And this is what. And this is to everybody.
Yeah.
You and the people that come onto the platform, just to the CFR network. It's to explore. It's to highlight.
Yeah.
It's to congratulate. The human experience. It's not about me.
Yeah.
I'm just a conduit.
Beat yourself, back yourself.
I'm just in the background. I'm just allowing, I'm just making connections and allowing
It's good.
the
It's good, man.
energies.
I've been enjoying. I'm speaking to you, mate. I appreciate you having me on as well. It's the main thing.
Long time coming, had to be done. I'm slowly but surely working my way through the roster within Bellator, UFC, and obviously some of your diligent colleagues at Knowsley as well.
Yeah, that's it, man. Great team, and they're a great team, man. They're a great team. They've got a fight show tomorrow, haven't they? So we'll be attending the Raw Combat League.
Where is it again? It's your neck of the woods, isn't it?
You know what? I'm not really too sure. Christian Knowles has sent me. He sent me the address.
Yeah,
so I just followed the postcode, mate.
Yeah, and they put it in the nav,
you
and
know,
that's
I'm
it.
not from really round. Yeah, so I just followed the postcode. It's going to be a cracking show, then, man.
It definitely is. It definitely is, and much success to Chanel on that. Another victory, trustfully, for that young lady.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's killing it, isn't she? She's so dedicated. You know, she's one of the most dedicated girls I've actually ever seen train. You know, has a fight, comes back to the gym the next day. It's pretty. She wants it. She wants it, and she carries on with her attitude. The sky's the limit.
Definitely. She's as you say, the right attitude. It's not about padding record. It's about being the best fighter that you can be.
And she's pretty violent.
Nightmare.
I've sparred with her. She's pretty violent.
Yeah, man. She gets it in, man. She gets it in. Her last performance in Wolverhampton, not too far from where I'm at the moment, was excellent. It's a pity it went to the decision. There were some opportunities where she could have taken her out, but hats off to the young lady. I think she was a little bit more green around the ears of sorts. But she had a lot of heart and she took some punishment, man.
They're tough as they come.
Yes, 100%. Them body kicks she was landing, Chanel was landing, was that looked like it.
I felt them.
Yeah. All right. So very last one for you, sir. Please tell us who you are, but do not tell us your name, sir.
I am the former flyweight world champion of one championship. I hold a record of 17 fights and 3 losses. I will be the best fighter in the world. And just stay tuned.
Watch this space. Watch this space for greatness, man.
Watch the space.
We're bringing some more gold back to the UK.
Exactly that. We're gold mining, man. We're ready. We're ready for it.
Get your picks, get your shovels, because we're mining for that gold, man. We want it.
We're grinding and we're mining. We're ready.
That's it. Hey, throw all your social medias out, and I'll make sure I put the links below in the description, sir.
Okay, cool. You know, I'm just playing it simple. My Instagram, Hagerty _. If you go on that account, like you will see basically my highlights, my knockouts, what I'm up to, my training regimes, what I eat, and the products that I use. So yeah, Hagerty _ on Instagram.
Excellent. You want to shout out any of these sponsors?
I've got I'm just good to go, man. You know, shout out everyone that helps me. You know, everyone, all Christian Knowles, my dad, everyone really, all my training partners, Alan Keddle, yeah, just everyone really. Like I said, go on my Instagram and you'll see all my sponsors that help me, what I use, the products that I use. That's about it, man. Big up.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much for your time. Please do go
Thank
over
you.
to the Instagram page, follow, check out what Jonathan's doing. There's going to be some beautiful violence coming our way soon.
Hope so, man. Hope so.
Fingers and toes crossed. One Championship will schedule another event soon and get some international fighters. I know they cancelled the all women's events. That's been postponed for a bit of time. So trustfully, the man himself is working on getting something done so we can be entertained without the WWF style theatrics.
The people's elbow.
This is it. The SmackDown and all the other stuff. Yeah. So go over there, follow. I implore you, as Jonathan said, actually look for some highlights. I'll actually put a highlight. I'll put you 2 fights with Ratang on there in the description. Watch it. I'm pretty sure you will fall in love with not just the athletes, but with the organization.
That was me.
Look, you're already taken full, matey, so don't even worry about that.
Yeah, I can't say much to that.
This is it. The miss will be like, "Who are you talking to?"
Yeah.
Oh, not enough for you, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep her there, man. You got to keep her.
100%.
Yeah, if you're listening to on the podcast, make sure you leave a 5-star review if you like the contents. Like, subscribe, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to tell the whole family, man. We you know, let's subscribe.
Tell them.
Spread it like wildfire.
Yeah, that's it.
Definitely. Enjoy the conversation, senor. I have no doubts we will be catching up again with some fight news and stuff. And again, wish you all success for the future. I can see 3 belts, man. 1 around the waist, 2 on either shoulder. You know, Guinness Book. Yeah, this is it.
There we go. All right, I'll tell you what. We got one here.
Whoa. It's spinning.
Yeah, that's the John Cena one, brother.
This is it, man. This is it. Proudly placed on the table. I like it, man. Well prepared, sir. Excellent. As I say, all description links, will be below in the description. Check them out. Give them a follow, and watch this space. Buckle up and enjoy the ride.